Today, I want to talk about something we all fear: failure. That word alone can make our hearts sink. We often see failure as something to be ashamed of, something that defines weakness, or something that signals the end of our journey. But what if I told you that failure is not the opposite of success, it's actually the beginning of it? Yes, my friends, failure is the first step of success. Let's think about how we all started walking. When we were little, we fell countless times while learning to take our first steps. But did we stop trying? No. Every fall taught us balance, every bruise made us stronger, and every tear pushed us closer to walking confidently. That is life's first and most powerful lesson. We learn to succeed by failing first. The truth is, no one ever reached greatness without falling on their way up. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before the light bulb finally worked. When someone asked him about his failures, he smiled and said, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. I discovered 1,000 ways that didn't work." That's what made him great, his ability to see failure as a teacher, not an enemy. Look at Abraham Lincoln. He lost several elections before becoming one of the greatest presidents in history. Look at Walt Disney. He was once fired from a newspaper for lacking creativity. Look at J.K. Rowling. Her Harry Potter manuscript was rejected by 12 publishers before becoming a global phenomenon. All these people had one thing in common: they never gave up. They believed that failure was not the end of their dream, but a sign that they were getting closer to it. So, what is failure really? Failure is not falling down. Failure is refusing to get up. Failure is not losing. Failure is quitting. And most importantly, failure is not your identity, it's your experience. You see, every time you fail, you learn something new about yourself, your limits, your strengths, your resilience, and your determination. Failure burns away arrogance and replaces it with humility. It shapes your character, sharpens your focus, and fuels your hunger for success. There's a story about a small bamboo seed. After being planted, the seed doesn't grow for 5 years. It stays hidden beneath the soil while other plants grow tall and bloom around it. But in the 5th year, something magical happens. The bamboo suddenly shoots up, growing over 80 feet in just 6 weeks. Did it really grow in 6 weeks? No. It spent 5 years developing strong roots underground so it could handle that kind of growth. That's exactly what failure does to us. It helps us grow roots. It strengthens us from within so that when our time comes, we can rise high and stay strong. So, if you are facing failure today, if your exam didn't go well, if your business idea didn't work, if you didn't get that job or promotion, remember this: you're not failing. You're preparing. You're growing your roots. Every mistake is a message. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. The people who never fail are not smarter than you, they just never stop trying. Let me leave you with this. Success is not about how fast you climb, it's about how many times you stand back up after you fall. The first time you fall, that's the first lesson. The second time, that's growth. And the third time, that's strength. So, don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid of never trying. Because someday, when you look back, you'll realize that every failure was guiding you towards something greater, toward your own version of success. So, keep walking. Keep learning. Keep failing. Because failure is not your end, it's your first step to success. Thank you. Glowing star.